Welcome to day 8 of Advent of Dreams. Welcome to day of Advent. I kind of can't believe that we got through a week already. A week is, you know, there were a lot of difficult problems just in week 1 alone. So I'm curious to see what this week has in store for us. Should be a good time. You know, while I wait for people to jump into the stream, why don't I see if I can bang out a solution to day 6 in JavaScript just to keep getting some more stars here. The previous day's problems have been going pretty quick for me. So let's set that up. I'll need to pull up some of the day 6 content again here, just so that I can, let's see, what would it be? Tuning trouble. I should have pictures around for this. So, this is the day 6 puzzle. Let's just trim this down. So, we'll just have this down here as our example. I guess both of these kind of need to be scaled up a little bit, don't they? And then let's jump into my code editor here. And make ourselves a day6.js. So, and let me, I guess, also open up a terminal here. Can I put this on the right, please? Otherwise, it's going to be almost entirely blocked by my OBS overlays. Maybe I'll just move the OBS overlays. Problem solved. So, let me start by grabbing my puzzle input. And then the way that I set this up should work fine still, I think. I think we can do basically, the way that I did it in Dreams, I just needed to keep track of the most recent 4 characters and check if any of them were equal to each other, which I'm just gonna kind of do again the dumb way. So we're gonna have last 4. That's going to be an array of length 4. And then we're going to loop through our input. And, or actually, I guess, hold on. I need indexes, so. Gotta do it the C style for loop. And then we're basically just gonna do, let's see, last 4 of I mod 4 is equal to C. So that will just be sort of cycling through the array, setting everything, and then we can do if I is greater than or equal to 3, or yeah, that'll be on the fourth character. Then we can do that whole mess again, where basically if, and we're just gonna have a whole mess here. Last 4 of 0 equals last 4 of 1, or last 4 of 0 equals last 4 of 2, or last 4 of 0 equals last 4 of 3, or, and we'll just keep stepping through all of the combinations. And then we'll just log I plus 1 because that is the result. And I guess that'll be all. I forgot to zoom in here. My apologies. Should be a little easier to read on stream here. Oops. Went into the wrong folder. It's not array.new at all. What kind of JavaScript programmer am I? I don't think 4 is right. Oh, I have the conditions backwards. I have made a mistake. Okay, now I think it's actually working. Let's see if that's the right answer. Piece of cake. Oh, I'm so much faster in JavaScript than in Dreams. Okay, so I can do part 2 quick, and then we'll move on to actual day 8. A startup message marker is just like a startup packet marker, except it consists of 14 distinct characters rather than just 4. You know what? Never mind. Let's just jump into Dreams. I gotta start. We'll call that good. So let's jump back to Advent of Code and look at day 8 here. We did 7 yesterday. And it's time now for 8. Treetop Tree House. The expedition comes across a peculiar patch of tall trees, all planted carefully in a grid. Hold on, I want to put stuff back on different monitors so I can keep an eye on chat. The elves explain that a previous expedition planted these trees as a reforestation effort. Now they're curious if this would be a good location for a tree house. First, determine whether there is enough tree cover here to keep a treehouse hidden. To do this, you need to count the number of trees that are visible from outside the grid when looking directly along a row or column. The elves have already launched a quadcopter to generate a map with the height of each tree, your puzzle input. For example, we've got this list of numbers. Each tree is represented as a single digit whose value is its height, where 0 is the shortest and 9 is the tallest. A tree is visible if all the other trees between it and an edge of the grid are shorter than it. Only consider trees in the same row or column. That is, only look up, down, left, or right for any given tree. Okay, so I have to solve this in a very dreamsy way, and you'll see what that looks like. All the trees around the edge of the grid are visible. Since they are already on that edge, there are no trees to block the view. In this example, that leaves only the interior 9 trees to consider. The top left, so it's visible from any side. Yeah. Because, like, you could have, let's see, they're probably going to go over it. The top left 5, this one here, is visible from the left and top. It isn't visible from the right or bottom since other trees of height 5 are in the way. The top middle 5 is visible from the top and right. Yeah, because you can see that the tree above it is a 3, and the trees over here are 1 and 2, so you could see it from this side. So it's visible. This one's too short to be visible from anywhere, etc., etc. And there's a total of 21 trees visible here. So I know what I need to do here. I know what I need to do. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a really, really good one to do in Dreams. So let me grab some stuff. This is what? Day 8.png. And we'll just grab this. So let's drop those images in here. This is what I have to work with. And I think that I can do this without actually doing any math at all. So let's hop out of yesterday's creation and into a new one. So first, I need to make a tree that can go up to height 9. So let's figure out how we're gonna do that. I think I can start by using the same tree that I've been using. But I can do some fun modifications here. So first, let me see if I kind of want each of these sections to be shorter. Is there a way to do like a non-uniform scale in Dreams? You know, like to squish it down. Why doesn't this have any scaling? I thought this had like some scaling and sizing properties, but maybe not. Apparently not. I can scale it uniformly, but I didn't want to. How does the stretch tool work? Oh. Well, I don't want it to... Nah. Nah, I'm not gonna use joints. That's garbage. I don't want to do that. How does clone work, by the way? Live clone. See this? I feel like I saw this term and I need to learn what it does. Oh, sculptures and paintings. Okay, well, phooey. Whatever. So here's what I'm thinking. Let me just replicate this, what I'm thinking, with just cubes first. Because I'm boring and we're just gonna work with cubes. So we'll turn on some grid snap and we'll go sculpt a cube. So there we go. We sure did it. I'll make the cube green so that it at least looks kind of like a tree, right? I'm sorry? How is that the color that you took on? I'm so confused. How is that the color that you took on? I was like... There we go. Finally, it is green. I suppose I could also make it a little bit fleckier or something. I don't remember how. I don't remember how all these things work. We're gonna give it a rough texture, I guess, and then what are the other? Is it style? Yeah. How do I do the like tightness and looseness and all that stuff? Oh yes, very pleasingly loose. And let's see. How do I? Yeah. What is this again? No. I just want these things to be going everywhere. These are my cube trees. What's the most pine needle-y looking? Perfect. Perfect. There is one piece of a cube tree which can be grown up to arbitrary height. Actually, more reasonably, I think I'm going to just make it 9 units tall, although I don't know how tall that is. I saw something about rulers. Does anybody actually know what rulers are? Like, does anybody actually know? Because, like, honestly, what height are we dealing with here? If this is, let's see, I can just count it out, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think that's technically 18 units tall, but that's fine. So that is my max height tree, 9 glorious units tall. We are gonna put a microchip on this that will allow it to be placed at whatever height I desire in kind of a goofy way. Time to turn off that grid snap. I want it to just push down into the ground based on the like height that I give it. What is the best way to just set a thing's position? Like, do I have to use a follower? Or can I just like set it? You know? Because like, I don't think there's anything about like the transform that I can get or set on this thing itself. Right? These are just like, ooh. Could I have things ruffling? Blowing in the breeze? That looks kind of nice. I guess I'm just gonna use a follower, because that's the only thing I know how to do. Unless the mover can somehow like have a target position. But no, it's moving in a direction, not going to a position. So, oh, let me turn on some grid snap for this. Because I need to, actually, I'm gonna move this up to the top. So that its position is based on the top of this thing. And then what I can do is just pass in a target position, which I can just compute by my own self. Let's say that for now it's going to be 0, 0, and then a height of my choosing. So that'll be a 3 number, because that's the type that positions are. I forget which way is, I think Y is up. So let me grab a value slider. Oh, except I need to actually multiply it by 2. I'm pretty sure. Now let's say that this can go up to, not 19, 9. I'm sorry? Maybe I don't need to multiply it by 2. No, get back here. I need to divide it by 2. So there's our height of 2. I feel like I probably need slightly more damping on this whole thing. 3, 4. We're growing trees. Height of 5, height of 6, height of 7, 8, 9. Brilliant. So all these trees can just... Oh, especially if we actually spawn them, like, in the ground, then they can all just, like, grow up to the correct height as we spawn them, which will be really fun. That'll just be, like, a really, really pleasing effect. Yeah. Okay, okay. Let's see. The only catch is that we need to, like, when these things spawn, actually get the X and Y position that we spawn at and keep those forever. We don't want things drifting around, and we don't want, like, yeah. I just want to spawn it, have it adjust its height, and that's it. So let me grab, well, first of all, let me attach this microchip to this object. Wow, why did it, there we go. Now it's snapped on. I need it to be grouped in with this object so that variable stuff doesn't get messed up. Now, variables can only store numbers, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just single numbers. So we'll just need variables for things like start X. Start Y. I'm gonna save all 3 of X, Y, and Z. Forgot the controls work for a second. And then when we actually create this thing, we're going to need to set all of those to, I guess I'll just put a tag on this thing. The tag's position, we will also, can I align you to the grid, please? Are you aligned to the grid? I guess you are. Thought it wasn't for some reason. So basically, right when we spawn, we're going to go ahead and, I guess, start by getting the position out of this tag. It's got this hidden scene space transform property, which we can then use to get the position in particular. That's all I actually care about. So that'll be the X, Y, and Z. Now this variable modifier needs to be here only and when powered on only. Then I can easily set all 3 of those. And power all 3 of those somehow. I guess that kind of remains to be seen. But this actually works fine. What I can do now is wire the start X and start Y in here. And I can do, oh, actually, the tag should be all the way at the bottom. Because, or no, it shouldn't. Should be at the top. What I want to do is add this to the start Y. And that is going to be the position that we actually claim to. Which would make sense if this thing started down in the ground like I was intending. So then that should grow up to a height of 5. Yep. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's really funny. Okay. That said, I can actually have this thing spawn up here, and that's fine because this is going to be emitted by other things. We're gonna like spawn them in a grid. So, with that in mind, how did you move to there? How did you even do that? Okay. So that seems good. We can, I guess, make the thing that will spawn them. So let's put some tags down on the ground for the gridder to use. I have this thing that I use. It's a little script that I set up forever ago that I call a gridder. That is used to put things on a grid. We'll make these tags nice and big so that they are easily apparent. Also, we will move that right into the center of the tag so that that is where things actually spawn from. And we will... Oh, it wasn't aligned to the grid before? But it's still snapped on. Hold on. There we go. You can have things placed in the ground but not be snapped onto objects, and that's what I want in this case. This is going to be grid start. And then I can pull tags over for, this will be our grid X. And this will be our grid Y. All of which we can sort of adjust as necessary. In fact, I deem it necessary already, because I want to move these things over to there so that we'll get a 5x5 grid kind of right in the center of the scene. I can position everything else in the scene around that later. So let's get a microchip now to put the rest of our code on. I'm not really sure what type of object this code will be on yet, so we'll just have a plain old microchip floating in the world for now and attach it to something later. This is going to have a gritter on it. That's that thing that I mentioned using before, that I was setting all that up for. It's got too many ports, but each one basically is going to take, it defines like where the grid is located, the axes of it, and how many things are in the grid in each direction. So we will fill those all in, and we might be able to fill them in sort of dynamically. I might, because this input is relatively simple, I mean, I'm going to regret this. No, we're going to hard code it to 5. We're going to hard code it to 5. I'm not going to try and do anything fancier. So let's grab this and do this scene space transform thing a few times. Whatever, dude. Why is this also grid start? I named you grid X. That gets me the positions, which I can wire into grid start and grid spacing X and grid spacing Y, except not quite. I'm pretty sure that the spacings and such have to do some vector subtraction. Basically do this thing's position minus that thing's position to get the vector going from here to here and going from here to here. We won't worry about the Z. We won't be going in the Z direction. We're going to hard code 5 into the number there. Well, hold on. Five in the X, 5 in the Y. And then we're gonna have just next and reset, and we really only need next. So with that set up, here, let me just save this before I get too far into all this. Advent of Code 2022, day 8. I forgot to type the name again. Oh well. I was even thinking, don't forget the name again. You did last time, don't forget it. So let's define what our quote-unquote program looks like here. In this case, just 5 numbers, which at this point is a walk in the park. What we can do, I'm gonna see how much I can speed up entering these numbers via some of the advice that I got from people on yesterday's stream. So if we have all of these value sliders wired up here, and we want, well, actually for the power stuff I maybe can't do much, but for laying out a whole grid of them, I can do repetition, which for some reason I forgot about. So how many is that? That's 8. Why is it so wobbly? How is it doing that? Huh? Why don't they space out evenly? That's sad. Why don't they space out evenly? That's just kind of disappointing, you know? Wow. Oh well. Why did I want 9? I needed 5. There are 5 numbers. Oh, and I forgot. Each of them is actually like a 5-digit number. I'm not going to do like a grid of 25 numbers. So we're just going to do this. Just numbers. For powering them, I really have no choice but to pop each of them open like so, because I'm coming from a different port every time. However, I learned a trick for wiring up the other side that will be real cool, because I need a node to output this, because I just want these all wired together into the same thing. But what I can do is hold down L1. It's so much faster. Very nice, feels very nice. Let's collapse this. We don't actually need that much space. We do need a little space above. Although in the interest of not mangling my program, I am going to hard code 5 into the output of this as well. It's all going to be 5s. 5s all the way through. There are simply always 5, and you can't convince me otherwise. So this will represent the row index. Because this will step through the rows of our grid. This is the row. And this is the number of rows. And just like that, we have our input. I should name that. Let's set up an iterator that will, ooh. Oh. You know, do I need the whole iterator thing? Because I'm not going to be resetting. And yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Iterator hasn't been letting me down. We're just going to do it. So number of rows goes into the total port there. Index goes into the row index port there. And that's basically it, because that gets us our row. And then we will, well, we might need another 5 iterator, but so be it. We'll figure out how to do the actual stepping to next later. That's the thorny part that seems to break my programs every time. So we'll just wire up a switch for now. This is the tree spawning loop. However, each of these rows is a 5-digit number that I need to break down. So I need sort of a like extract digit behavior. Now extracting a digit is not very difficult, because all I have to do is divide by a power of 10 and round down. So if I wanted, or that's not quite true, because that'll just chop off a lower digit. But that kind of operation is what I need to do. let me start by sort of doing the like shift to get the number I need into the ones position, and then I think I just do remainder after division with 10. I think that's the process that I'll use. So we're going to take our number, divide it by 10 to the something, where that something can be something that I wire in. I'll just grab another slider. We will round down to chop off the decimal place. And then we'll take the remainder. And then we'll pop that value out to view the result. I never actually put numbers into this. Let's do that. 3, 0, 3, 7, 3. 2, 5, 5, 1, 2. 6, 5, 5, no, 6, 5, 3, 3, 2. What am I editing? That wasn't the number pad at all. 3, 3, 5, 4, 9. And 3, 5, 3, 9, 0. So, with that in mind, you can see that we're now extracting 3, then 5? Where are you getting 5 from? Then 3, then 0, then 3. What? The number is 30373, and I'm doing something wrong. So this is outputting, you know, what I would expect, powers of 10. This is outputting 30373, and now you can see it's like shifting to the right, and it's like rounding a little bit, which looks sort of funny, but if you look on the left side of the decimal place, you can see that it's clearly doing the right thing. And this now is doing exactly what you'd want. And then, is this thing just capped out at 5? I'm an idiot. 3. Why 7? Oh, it's reading them right to left, of course. 37303. 37303. Okay, no, it is working. It's just going right to left with it, which is reasonable. And in fact, in order to acknowledge this fact, where the heck did you just move to? Where do you think you are moving from, dude? Okay. We're gonna flip the grid. This is the advantage of not using hard-coded world coordinates for everything. You can just move stuff, and now my x-axis goes this way and my y-axis goes this way, so it'll just grid out the other way. Vectors, baby, that's the way to work. So I'm going to collapse this all into a thing called extract digit. It'll be blue for some reason. And we'll pop that open and drop all this on there. So there we go. We can have then 5 of these. Oh, wait. Sigh. I need to put nodes on this side. Number and digit. There we go. Yeah, that time it worked better. We can then do, I'm gonna do like a series of value sliders that all go from 0 to 4. Yeah, value sliders just have really terrible positioning. That's awful. What are you even doing, man? Why are you where you are? Why at all? Also, why did I spend so much time lining them up if I knew that I was going to be collapsing them into this? These are the questions. This, in computer science parlance, is called unrolling your loops. We are going to shamelessly assume just absolutely shamelessly assume 5 on everything here. So this should now be outputting all the digits that we care about. If I allow these to go up to 9, this will be sort of reading the number upside down, which is cool. And now we can step through this to actually spawn everything. So, time to add an emitter, I guess. The emitter is going to emit that, and it's going to do so. Can I not actually change the No, I didn't. No, 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 no. That's the last thing I want. I can't reset the grid origin now. I was curious about that reset grid origin thing. Man, come on. Now my grid's gonna be ruined. Well, that's a shame. Let's see. I can still spawn this thing in the ground like so. Except no, I can't because the grid is ruined now. Okay. Okay, so that's where the emitter is going to spawn that. It's going to emit them with 0 speed, which means they will remain in this state where they rise from the ground to the height they have been determined to spawn at. We're going to start it powered down though. Max emitted at once. Infinity. That would have been a problem. Because I know there's going to be 25. And I just don't want to put a limit on that for the sake of what we're doing here. So now we just have to, I guess we could unroll the loop even further and have 5 emitters. But no, we actually do need a stepper, to go through this thing. So it's time to do either a selector or an iterator or something. I guess we'll just do an iterator. We've got the whole iteration thing here. Might as well use it. So this is maybe when I'm going to take advantage, though, of the selector as pass-through thing. Because a selector can have 5 values, but it can pass values through, and it can take a particular index as its active thing that overrules the non-zero values coming in. And it like flickers to the end once, which is crap, but oh well. It shouldn't actually matter for us in practice because we can have this thing off to begin with or something anyway. So when the use thing is on, that's going to power on the emitter. These objects need to spawn. So I need to test this now. Somebody yesterday was telling me that I can spawn things without wires. You know what? I'm not gonna. Tonight's not the night that I figure out if I can get some fancy variable setting tricks to work. We're gonna emit them with wires regardless. And I have to neck these down into a single node. That I can use to set the height of the thing that we were spawning. Which I need to explicitly set over here, although I don't think it matters a whole lot whether I have it in a variable or not. Well, no, I guess it does. It needs to be sticky, so we'll have a variable called height. And height is going to be set to 0. right when we start out. Okay, wait, I'm paranoid. Do these all have here? They do have here. This one also needs to have scope here, so that I never accidentally set the height of two different trees to the same thing. So we'll set height when we are powered on, and we do start powered on when we spawn, so that should basically be fine. I know it doesn't look like it's on right now, but that's because this whole microchip is currently powered down because it's the thing being emitted. We just don't really have to worry about that right now. So that will set the height. The emitter's emitted object position. Can I just wire a position in here? I think maybe I can. I don't think I built a rotation and scale last time. Excuse me. So that should basically do it. And down here we just need another 5. And in the interest of debugging, we'll just have another switch that lets me step this. And so, without further ado, let's see. This next needs to go in here, and this next needs to go in here. So, if I... What? No, this thing needs to only spawn once when powered. It's not doing the height thing right. But that's fine. Let's step to the next one here. I mean, this is working good. I might need to shrink the grid a little bit, but that's fine. That's easy to do. Let me... I did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to rewind time. I meant to pause it. Figures. That's fine. We only need like 3 things here to do what I was going to do, which is to come into the bake emitted mode so that we can actually inspect what is going on in some of these. So they've got good starting positions and whatnot, although they're not spawning in exactly the place that I thought they would. This one has a height of 3, and I just totally forgot to wire that across to the thing it needed to be wired to, which is kind of obviously my bad. This thing has a height of 7. This thing has a height of 3. So actually the heights are working. My problem is primarily that I was a dum-dum and didn't even wire this up at all. But also they're spawning in the wrong place, and that's actually the first thing that I would like to figure out. Yeah, why you spawn there when I tell you spawn elsewhere? Hey, spawner thinger? Emitter? Why you no spawn where I tell you to spawn? Oh, right. I don't have any way of specifying the center of the object. I need to actually... this is annoying. I just have to like hard code a different spawn position if I want it to start in the ground, like was my intent. Yeah, fine. Fine. Fine, it's fine. Let's do that math. Let's just do... a little offset here. Let's build a little vector to offset this by. We'll join that up into another 3. I wish I could just set the number directly here, but alas, I need just another plain old number that I can pop in. If I do this, yeah, it needs to be like -5. Except also not -5. I don't actually know what position it should be. So, is it like 2.25? I feel like I saw that number somewhere. Is that right? Did I nail it? I did nail it. You can see it just poking up from the ground here. So, if I now fix this so that they actually grow, that is the tree of height 3. "30373, check it out." And then we step to the next row. Oh, yes. Yes, that's very good. That's very good. 2 5 5 1 2. Six 5 3 3 2. This just makes me happy. There's my field of trees. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let me save this. And then make it automatically step through that whole process. And I wonder how fast can I make it do that? How fast do I want to make it do that? I'm going to do, as I promised to myself before, I'm going to use wireless transmitters for all these loops back to the iterators, else it all explodes. So I'm going to make a couple signals here. Next row. What? How did I type that? And next column. This thing is gonna receive within the scene. I mean, that's really all there is to it. And this one, likewise, but for next column. So, this then lets me hook up to, let's see, I'll put the next column transmitter over here and receiver over here. That'll go in place of that switch. because this is the thing that iterates through columns. Likewise up here, this next row receiver is gonna wire into here, and next row is going to come at the conclusion of this iterator here. So, next column though will occur, I mean, I guess on use of this. This is gonna be a bad idea. Well, I'll be. I mean, it grew all the trees in the wrong in the wrong places with the wrong data. So it's not really everything it cracked up to be, but that's working remarkably well. I'm gonna just force a delay, honestly. This is gonna be a timer here for like a small amount of time. It's going to start full, it's going to reset on this, and well, I wasn't supposed to delete that other, dang it. Did that work? Is that all right? Three zero three seven three 25512 65332 33549 35390. That looks great. I mean, I think that just worked. I mean, heck yeah. That's awesome. Also, I'm going to move this thing kind of out of the way, I guess. Place where I can find it, but when I'm previewing invisibility, it won't be in the way. That's delightful. That's delightful. I guess the main thing is that I do want to crunch the grid closer together. Does it make sense to put it like here? Is this going to be too close? No, I don't think so. That's basically perfect. That's so good. It's so good. Okay, so that's excellent. Now I get to do the part of the problem where I scan around and count how many trees are visible, which I'm literally going to do with a scan. Like, I'm going to use the laser scope node. And build something that can like pan all the way around. I wonder if, oh, that would be funny. I have Well, let's see. I gotta get the laser scopage working first. Let's hop over to gadgets and grab ourselves a laser scope. How do it work? Where do it come from and how do it work? Okay, so it's pointing. Hello? How do I scope this way? So this allows me to adjust the length of it, right? Is this like the min and max range or something? Let's see, I can adjust the actual position of the laser. Range and fall off. No fall off. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Point at tags. Lol, what are you doing? No idea what that was supposed to do. We don't want it to point at anything. I think that I should put a tag on So I don't want it to point at tags, but I do want it to trigger on some kind of tag. Interesting. You know what I should do here? I should let these all grow quick. And then if I pause time, I can go bake emitted objects. And hop out of this mode, and just like that, I've got a bunch of trees already grown, full grown, happy trees, which I can use to experiment with my laser. I'm a little confused by the fact that I can't, like, change the direction of this. Like, hello? There we go. Oh, you're joking. There we go. Yep, so this is now hitting stuff. Can make it adequate length to hit everything all the way through. Can something detect if it got hit? I have to think this is a thing that you can do, right? Does the impact sensor do that? No. No, it does not. I am a little confused. Surely there's a way to detect that you've been hit, right? There's no I've been hit output. Hey, Jimmy, by the way. You can work it out with the coordinates of the scope? Oh, gross. But wouldn't you want this for anything that behaves anything like a shooter? If you wanted like hit scan behavior, like you'd want the ability to pick, an object, right? Like, right? I don't know, that just feels really, really strange to me. I'm not sure, I just don't really get that at all. I mean, sure, I can do the math with the coordinates, but I don't want to. So, you end up using trigger zones. How would you use trigger zones for that? I mean, sure, I understand I could put a box around this whole thing. That much seems clear to me. You know. Boy, precise move is just my favoriteest thing. Or I guess grid snap, not precise move. Gotta get my terms straight. You can extend the trigger zone to the distance of the laser scope and detect a tag on the pylon. I don't understand where am I putting the tag? I'd put the tag on the pylon or the tree here. And then what would I set my laser scope to do? I mean, I can... What's detecting what here? Can I just like pass in a transform and you tell me if you're in the zone or not? Please, Dreams? Can I just literally do that? I will just tell you the point. I just don't understand how the trigger zone interacts with the laser scope, basically. Get the length of the scope, adjust the trigger zone size based on the distance of the scope. Oh. Huh. It's extremely weird. Sucks. Literally the thing I want here, about the only thing I want, is the ability to just pass a transform to test a point against a zone. Right? Like, just feed in a transform and be like, is this in the zone or not? Because otherwise I feel like I have to move stuff around in the world or do stuff like you're saying where I'm like resizing zones to like pick up on something. You know what though? You know what? I can flip. Oh, you know what? Everything's gonna be better if I flip this. Okay. Instead of raycasting from the intent of the program here, or of the advent of code problem that I'm doing, is to sort of determine which of these are trees, in case you couldn't tell, which of these trees are visible as you sort of pan around the outside, right? And you're looking then just down each row and column. And I was gonna do this with a laser scope, and I was like, I know how to do this, you know, I'll just have a thing that literally moves around the outside scanning. You can flip the problem inside out by putting the laser scope on the tree. Each tree gets one laser scope. That works out better for multiple reasons. So basically, I can simply put the laser scope up here, have it, you know, go out however far it needs to, and then the thing that runs around the outside, you know, I can still be sort of visually casting lasers from that thing, but the actual sensing is coming per tree. And this is even better because visibility is a two-way street, right? Like, if I can see you, you can see me, at least in this problem. So I was already wondering how I was going to have each tree track whether it was seen or not. The tree can do the laser scope. Like, that's it. That's all there is to it. So this should work out well, I think. I'll need to like rotate the laser scope or have 4 different laser scopes. In fact, having 4 different ones would probably be reasonable. Just one firing in each direction that I can sort of step through, just to make sure that I don't get any weird angular problems where it like sees through a gap and triggers when it shouldn't or something, because, you know, I can see some of these inner trees as I'm going around here. And in fact, I should maybe like pack the trees closer together on the grid to avoid that problem. But here's another question. Do you know how I could do a laser visual in Dreams? You know, like cast a laser beam that stops at a certain point. I could imagine doing like a cylinder with a non-uniform scale, but I don't actually know how to do a non-uniform scale. Like, I don't think you can, that I've ever seen. I mean, doesn't the transform type literally just have, yeah, scale's just a number, it's not a fat wire. So extend. Okay, so I've never touched painting. Is there a tutorial I should watch or something? Dude, okay, cool. Well, that's fantastic. So I just make a paint stroke long enough. Huh. Okay. Cool. Can I make it always face camera or something? Or would I just do like two intersecting? I could probably do that. Like, why is it going into sculpt mode? Okay, here we go. Could I just like, this grid, Come on, what is this stupid trackpad on the PlayStation controller? I will never understand why it is the way it is. That's exactly what I wanted. Just exactly. I mean, it works, so there's that. This is a menu I've literally never clicked into before. A round camera, is that like for snowflakes? For like, or for little like... This is wild. I had no idea any of this was in here. Were paintings added to the game like after launch? Because I don't remember ever seeing this until I booted the game up again this year after a couple years away. Attached at both ends? You can do like cloth with this? What? What? This is insane, dude. Also, I just realized I could absolutely search for a laser and just see what comes up. And I should probably just do that, as fun as it is to cruise around in those menus. Does this have any logic? Is it a sculpture? No, it's a painting. They've been there since launch, but got lots of improvements. Okay, neat. Well, this is basically what I want. It's a little big and bright, I think. Is there any way to... Is there no script in here? I don't think there is. That's fine. I was just like wanting to make sure I wasn't missing something. Can I make them like thinner in here, or do I just need to scale it down? That'll do. I'll figure out how to scale that perfectly to whatever thing it is that goes around scanning these trees. Blech. I am checking tree heights, the laser way. Those are all dynamically spawned, by the way. I should probably, for the sake of demonstration... Oh, I can't unbake objects. Oh well, it's not hard to just select. Because when I give this a run, all the trees grow up to their specified height, which I'm just absolutely very happy with. I'm spawning them in just because I wanted to make it a little bit truer to the whole Advent of Dreams, or Advent of Code thing, where like I can just change this input and like get a different result, right? I'm not purely interested in getting the answer where I have the opportunity to. I want to like make it programmatic, and also I just really love watching them all grow like this. So the thing is though that I now need to set up laser scopage. Here, let me move this tree over. Why do you have to be like this? Precise move. It's not precise move. I keep saying that when I mean the grid snap. Please. Oh my god. It's so gross. So this thing is going to be, I think I'm going to actually have just 4 laser scopes, like one on each side. So I can actually just position them around the thing like so. And I can just make sure that they cast sufficiently far out. That is more than sufficiently far out. Well, it might actually not be sufficiently far out if I consider the whatever thing it is that I'm going to have running around. No! There we go. Why did these things not like repeat with the spacing that I want? It makes me so sad. I was trying to figure out earlier how I was going to like detect the object that got hit, which seems like a difficult problem given how little the laser scope actually tells you, right? It tells you the point of impact, but not really anything else. but then realized that I can flip the problem around to cast the lasers out from the trees, but just have fakey visual lasers that shine inward. So. I really only want these to, I'm gonna say they only detect friend, because I'm going to make friend the thing that is, or maybe I'll do machine. We'll have a machine that goes around scanning all these trees. And we'll see exactly how that works, but basically, if any of these ever detect friend, then they're going to, or whatever it is they detect, then they were visible. Oh, I need to turn off X-ray mode on these. I do not want it to see through things. This is an annoying song. And really, if any of those hit something, then we're going to do something. I guess I'll just have a variable for hit. Or I guess visible is really the core thing that we are going for here. That's the essence of the problem. We'll set that to 1. When any of this becomes true. So, and then, I don't know, I can like light the tree up or something. For now, I think I'll just do a glow, but maybe I'll add like blinky Christmas lights to it or something later. Let's see. I will use this to modulate some glow. Oh, that's hideous. So I guess then here's what I'll do. I will make, for now, just a big, like, I'm imagining, this is really stupid, but I'm imagining an elf running around with a really big pole that has a bunch of like laser scanners on it. So, I think I will attempt to create such a thing. I don't exactly know what a scanning pole would look like, but I guess I can make one. I know what a cylinder is. guess it should probably be a lot narrower than that, shouldn't it? Whoa, no. Ooh, that looks nice. The, like... Well, kind of nice. I don't know exactly what's happening there. Festive flagpoles. Wait, what? There are two lasers here? What? Well, now I'm really confused. What happened here? This laser was working before. And I was able to use the, This is like the basics with Babish background music. Like this literally is. It's a cooking show now. I'm so confused. Why is this? Oh, am I dragging the wrong? No, I'm not dragging the wrong thing. It's like I'm adjusting the fade, except that I don't think I'm adjusting the fade. The fade was somewhere else. Am I crazy? Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not fading in and out. Why? Jimmy, you were here, right? When I was adjusting endpoint and it was like actually having any effect at all on this laser. Oh my god. Alright, thank you. Preview invis was it. Cool. Alright. So, let's see here. I want to set up a microchip here on yonder pole that will control a I'm just trying to view this in a way that is like parallel to anything. So this needs a laser scope on it. This is the fakey cheating laser scope, where all I want is the distance to, I guess what I probably should do is give these things a label of object, just so that I have something for this to scope to. Or really, no, I guess, never mind. This should not X-ray through anything. It should just go until it sees literally anything. And then I should get the distance and feed it into this modified by something. It's gonna be math. This hit distance is going into end point, and like this is going to be wrong, and I'll just have to like adjust it until it's right. So let me why is this glowing? Is it seeing anything? I'm confused. Why you glow? Is there not a 0 being passed into? Also, is this thing also being emitted by something? Why is it invisible? I meant to just like. Why is it invisible? I just cloned it. Oh. Okay. So. Let me start out. What? So, is this laser scope seeing it? No. So that's step one. Well, it is pointing straight up into the air, so who can fault it? Didn't mean to be rotating that. I wanted to be rotating the, there we go. So I suspect that I need to divide this by something, because otherwise it's just going to be modulating in some useless way. I mean, I need to divide by the total length of my visible laser beam, but I don't even know what that is. For now, I want to see if anything works, so I'm just going to divide by 20. And turn my preview invis back on, I guess. Yeah, this is approaching the right behavior. 10. It was 10. It was 10 the whole time. Except I really should have it default to a length of 1 if this is 0. So that's backwards. It's fine. Yay! Count the player for what? Oh, I missed some chat messages, sorry. Yeah, the trees are going to count the player, so there shouldn't actually be any issue for this, I don't think. Let me save this as its own creation here. Laser. All right, enough of this stupid grid. So what I was envisioning is having these set up to hit all of the various heights allowed here, but this is where I actually do want it's a little bit awkward that it has to like come out the lowest point of the flagpole there. I do one too many? Did. That's fine. That's terrifying. Oh, shoot. The red glow is just really strong. But that is all laid out how I wanted it to be. So, save that. I should really like solve the actual problem now. So the God, can I turn down the brightness of all these things? I suppose I can if I where's my edit source? Is it hidden back behind my goofy webcam overlay? There it is. Just a little less terrifyingly glowy. Why'd they all move? They're all sticking out the back of this now. Okay. Time to actually do the rest of this. So one thing that I'm curious about, here, let me turn preview and viz back off. Can these things hit trigger zones or what? I actually, in order to make this work, I need a collision area that is as wide as a tree on this, but invisible. I could do a sculpt with collision off and visibility off, or I could do a trigger zone. It just depends on what this can actually detect, but I feel like this, what I would want is to detect hidden things that aren't collidable or whatever, right? And then just put such a sculpt into this scene somehow, which as usual requires me sculpting, which we all know to be a terrible idea. How can I make this like flatter? Oh, I don't have to. Haha. I win. So this is going to be not visible and not collidable. The reason that I want to do this is because if this thing is sort of offset to the left by a bit, enough that the lasers sort of visibly hit it, I still need my actual sensors on, say, this to detect something. Now, they're not. Even though I feel like they should be. It should be detecting things that are hidden and not collidable. Oh, and machine. I think I forgot that. Hey. Yep. So those trees, oh, perfect. Why are you active? Why you? Oh, it's impossible to look at. You're not X-raying. That glow is impossible. I feel like it shouldn't be seeing through its neighbors here, right? If it is supposed to only... When this is on, the laser only stops when it connects with an item with a selected label. And the laser, when off, the laser will stop at any object. Frick. I actually need it to... So now is it like stopping at this? Oh, this is annoying. I didn't think this through. So I need it to like stop on trees, but not, oh. Stop on trees, but not register that. I don't know how to set this up at all. I guess the issue is just that it did hit something, and that's all I'm checking. Well, 4.7, that's not the distance to this. That's detecting that thing. If I turn X-ray on, it's still 4.7. If I turn X-ray off and allow it to detect objects, well, it's still 4.7. Yeah, now it's 0.5. 0.5 indicates, yeah. This X-ray isn't really doing what I thought it would. Well, now it's just not hitting anything. Right, because it didn't detect anything like this. And now it is hitting something, right? Yeah. Tempted to just throw another set on there that's like to be like hit a tree, so then I can just do separately hit a tree and hit a machine or hit the scanner. I think that's what I'm gonna do. As gross as that is. Hitting, yes, but is it outputting the hit signal? It looked like it was. It was lit up. I'll give it one more look. Ignore the lighting up there. That doesn't really mean anything. I mean, that's what it means when it's lit up, right? Hit something. I guess the question is whether it does that when it also... I mean, X-ray's off. I can see that it's not detecting this. And if I, were to detect both hidden and not hidden things, it seems to be completely ignoring... Well, now... No, this is what I want, isn't it? Because before, when I had it on only this, now it's detecting. Okay. Okay, this is what I want. It hasn't hit anything because I think the laser is stopping here and not continuing through to there. If I X-rayed it, yeah, now it's seeing through. Okay. So set it to both, machine only. Why were these? I hadn't even set all of them to the same mode. Good grief. What was I doing? So now, unfortunately, here, let me move this out of the way at the start. Let things grow into position. And then, hey. I love it. I love it. And then, I could come over here and rotate it 90 and sweep across again. And then we are left with how many active? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Is 19 the answer that we expected? I don't even remember. No. Oh, this is actually some slight weirdness because they have trees of height 0 in the problem, which I apparently need to like scoot everything up by 1. And add another thing, because they're using, I guess, they're sort of using heights 0 through 9 as 1 through 10, if we're being honest. On my tree growing logic, I can just add 1 to the height here. And we'll just add another layer to the scanners and stuff on the calculator. I guess I'll have to make the trees taller. That is no issue. So now, yeah, that was a height 0, and it now grows up to height 1. And now the only issue is that these things grow all the way out of the ground. So, oh well, easy fix. I should really save this, shouldn't I? What was I doing? Preview invis, that's what I was looking for. Everything else should work out the same. It is still spawning them deep enough in the ground, which surprises me, but I'm not going to question it. On yonder flagpole, which I should really figure out how to shorten. We need one more laser for visual purposes. Sweet. So this almost gets us the answer that we want. We do need a way of like adding up how many trees are lit up, which I can do by just iterating through all the trees like I did for the folders yesterday. It's a little strange, but it worked. I really need some fun animation of the elves like running this thing around, you know? Or I just need to, maybe I won't bother with an animation of elves for this thing, but I do need an animation for it. Oh, you can do that. Yeah, I wish I had thought of that yesterday. I forgot that trigger zones can tell you a count of tags. That's smart. That's smart. So, I guess I can just put a big old trigger zone around the whole thing. Come on. Bleh. Hello? Because, yeah, I guess it can just detect... I mean, tag would be reasonable. We'll just detect tree. I'll just put a tag on there that says tree. Very smart. That saves me a lot. Teleporting a small zone to the laser hit point to flag a tree is seen. Can you... How do you teleport things? Like... How do you do that? I would like to know how to do that. Well, conveniently, I already have a tag here. I'll just call it tree. Oh no, except I need a tag. So actually it should be tree scene. Follow how to position it, but yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I'm just always a little bit spooked by that because it requires me to like wait for it to arrive at the destination, and I don't know, it'd probably work out fine. Currently 0. Oh, 1. Hooray. Huh. Okay, so it's limited by this. Oh, yeah, yeah, Should read. Well, that's pretty swanky, though. Because I do count 8 visible trees. So that's pretty nice. Should I just, let's see, not gameplay gear. This is gonna be an adventure. I want to animate this thing moving, and boy do I not really remember how to do that. So Was that supposed to make a new keyframe or something? How do I do this? No, okay, that made a keyframe for... So what I should have done instead was just like wiggle that. And then like that's it for that keyframe, right? So then it'll go there. And then I can go to 1 second or whatever and add another keyframe. How do I do this again? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I do want the easing because I just want it to sweep across. I'm envisioning an elf running along with this pole. I might just try to like set one up next to it, just like attach it to the pole and see if its feet will like move as if the ground moves under it or something. We'll see. But anyway, once I'm at this position, then I guess I want to. Why does this not like? Can I make this like hold at the end? No, like I want it to sort of stay visually in that final position. Why you gotta rotate around that point? Why you gotta rotate like that? Oh, there we go. Wait, the timeline's not powered? What switch? Like this down here? Well, that doesn't really... You know what I can probably do? Oh, can I not? Oh, this works. Why? What? Dang it. I mean, that's not the end of the world. It's a little odd that it like scoots outward. Why does it do that? That's strange. Well, is this not smoothing? Is this something else? It basically removes it. Okay. How do you... Isn't there a way to, like, shrink the... Oh. Yeah. Ooh. That's still fine, right? It's not like... Yeah. Alright. Rinse and repeat. So very strange. Okay, there's one more step in there. That's not right. Okay. I guess the other thing that I could do is turn the lasers off at the corners, which would probably be nice. Just have keyframes on here for powering the visual lasers on and off. This is neat. Why don't I do that here? I'm going to need... I think I need a script on the flagpole here anyway, and I can put the timeline on there and stuff. So then what I can do is like, I think I'm going to set all of this in by a second probably. And then I can add another keyframe track here. That like, or maybe I could use the same keyframes for, I don't know, I won't bother. So this is going to, why are you there? Why is that the position that you have? I'm sorry, hold on. What? Was it like averaging out the keyframes I had selected? Actually, I need a switch. I'll go here, and then I will oh, well that didn't work. Are switches not something that you can control with a timeline? Seems like they're not. Oh, no. Stand corrected. But this is a little odd. I mean, it's fine, it doesn't matter. That's odd. It's very strange. Anyway, the reason that I wanted this was just to wire into all of the lasers. Real nice and tedious like. Oops, I forgot to hold L1. Just realized I haven't said anything in like several minutes. Terrible streamer. It's fun to set all this stuff up. So it's starting too early right now, which is why that's happening, but that's not a big deal. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So we should be able to hook that in with the rest of it. You know, I can have timeline power coming from over here once all of these are done, and what I think I can do is just have a time delay once. Here, I gotta make a little more space on here. When this thing is done, we will, let's see, can I keep a timer from starting immediately? Oh yeah, it doesn't start immediately. What do you know? I'll just give it like, yeah, 2 seconds out of the gate here to wait for the trees. It should probably be like 3. Once the last tree has spawned, they need to like grow up sort of tall enough. And then when that finishes, that's pretty slick. We're up to 15 here. 19. 21. 21 was the right answer, right? Yeah. Ooh. That's awesome. That's awesome. Delete that thing. Save this quick. And then I really just have to make it prettier, because that gets me the answer. That's pretty great. And then maybe for fun I can punch another grid into the scene here just to prove that it is programmatically configurable. But first, I think I need to do my usual, like, the usual thing where I make it prettier. But maybe let me start by grabbing an elf. Okay, it's time to turn grid stuff off. Whoops. Can I, like, how do I, like, attach him to something? Do I have to set up, like, a joint? I want him to be literally dragged along. Because right now it'll just move without him. Here, I'm gonna forcibly power the timeline on for the time being, just so that I can see stuff happen. How do I do a fixed, like a ball joint? Is that what bolt is? No, didn't think so. What the frick? What is any of that? What? Oh no! What have I done? Wow, that was something. I didn't want this thing to become movable. Why are you doing that? Why would that be what you do? So I think there's got to be actually just some shenanigans with the switch here, because I copied a keyframed switch and it must be doing something strange. Also, I obviously made this string too long now, but I love that he does actually run with it. This is great. This is so beautiful. All right, let's make this a piston. Yes! Yes! It's exactly what I wanted! Oh, I love it. I love that it actually like figures out the feat. Like he runs with it, you know? That's amazing. Ah, that's fantastic. Okay, so now it should wait for the trees to spawn, just like we intended. think now all I want to do is, well, there's a couple things I want to do. Come on, detach from the... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. I was trying to detach it from the ground so that I could delete the ground here and replace it with my snowy scene. The only issue with the snowy scene is that it isn't flat. I wonder if I can like carve out a flat part, just sort of like shave the surface down so that I have a nice flat region. Seems like it should be doable. You know? Like, can I... just sort of... How far does he run here? I guess I need to have it centered around the trees, which is the main thing here. Where's the floor? Okay, it's flush with the floor now. Because all I wanted to do basically was... Oh no, I can't just turn this into a brush and make it. I'm being dumb. How do I freaking rotate? There we go. You know what? I'm gonna undo all this because I just realized that I kind of want to actually scale this up a little bit. But then I'll do the same thing where I sort of shave it down. Trying to sort of find a relatively flat part of it. I mean, the this will do, I guess. I might have to somehow smooth stuff out over in that corner. But, oh well. There we go again. Wait. Oh no, it was painting it that color? No! How do I, oh no. How do I, is there like a picker? If I go into the like coat or style mode or whatever, is there like an eyedropper? Good. I guess that'll do. So now we just have like a flat section of the world here, albeit with an awkward little cutout in the corner. What does one do about that? Cut out more of it. Just keep chopping it down, you know? I mean, maybe. That'll do. I kind of want to just like record a camera flying along with him or something. But first, I do actually need to put a big old number displayer up there in the sky above those trees to display the answer at all times. Ugh, this grid stuff that I've done for myself sucks. I'm sorry, where are you putting this? border, no box. Just a big number. Floating in the sky. That's pretty good. How hard would it be to get like a fly cam? Because I think just watching it from a static perspective isn't quite as much fun. You know, if game mode lets me, oh, the camera's always gonna follow this guy. He's stuck. He's stuck. I think I need to go in and disable his puppet logic, disable the possession. Where's the like possessed stuff? Can I just make this guy not, yeah, he's just not possessable. So then if I go into game mode, then I can just fly the camera around. So this'll work fine. Cause then I don't need to like record a camera that automatically flies around. I can just fly the camera around. Neat. Oh, that snap at the end. How do I deal with that? Why? Oh no, it is working fine. Derp. If I let this go one more time, we should see it. Because I trimmed the end in. Oh, I should make the laser fade out visually. That would look a little nicer. Simple as that. I hope it didn't like move it awkwardly again. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Let's go into play mode, let the whole forest grow, and save a version right here. And then let's try and record some video of this. Seems pretty good. That's pretty good. That's shareable. So, let's put this online. The name of this problem was Treetop Treehouse. And let's release it. Just like that. It's pretty sweet. I should record one more probably. One of those will do. Well, I feel good about this. That's another Advent to Code problem done. So, I'm gonna call it there for the night. For once, I'm finishing one of these well before midnight. That feels good. So, thanks as always for hanging out. Be back again tomorrow for day 9. See ya.